Hey, suavemaurice. Yeah, I watched your thingy about the Western Script Collab, and it kind of piqued my interest because there hasn't been any good westerns made in Hollywood or anywhere really in recent years, and I think it's time that that genre uh, comes back to life, as it were. Um, yeah, I have a few ideas for basic storylines and such. Um, let's see. I have one called I like to call. You can call it whatever you want if you are going to use it, but I like to call it just some good old boys. And the main premise is, all right. There's these four families. They all work on this uh, moderately sized piece of property together, ranching, farming, and so forth. And the old man that owns the property legally um, dies, and it turns out that through some excavations and geological surveys that that property is sitting on top of a large oil reservoir. And there's these oil tycoon wannabes that want to strike it rich by sapping that reservoir. So they're going to try to take possession of that property any way they can, and thus uproot not only the families but destroy the community that's kind of built up around that land area. And yeah, I can go into more details about it if you wish, but for now I think I'll leave it at that. And another premise I would like to call the first frontier. And basically, back in, let's see, the early 1800s, the first western frontier was the area between the Appalachian mountains and the Mississippi River. And I think that should be explored some because, they're westerns, so generally we think about the western states and the western territories and stuff, which is fine. But I think, that kind of skips over the whole progression of the West, as it would be. And I think that early part of it should be explored some. Like, sure, it wasn't really as wild as it may be portrayed to the more west, but I think it still has a lot of potential for that area. There's a lot of things that could be done there, and mostly I'm kind of on this pro Mississippi kick type thing because I think Mississippi has a lot of potential for being a movie making thing, and it needs to be shifted away from like the normal hot spots like California, Texas, or if this was a non-Western movie, it would be probably New York or whatever. But still, I think some of the culture around, early Mississippi times should be explored more as well. And I think it'd be something interesting for people to watch. Something that's kind of different since it's not focused on, like I said, Texas or the western states. So yeah, those are my ideas so far, and if they seem to pique your interest, I'd love to go into further details with you, and I may come up with more from here until then or whatever. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. And yeah, that's all from me. See you later.